Vegan, the right way to live.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Dear Mr. Kasha, I truly appreciate your pure-hearted inspiration for bringing the Real Love musical into being. Without you, we would not have such a beautiful creation to enjoy.
The Real Love, a musical that unites hearts. Part 17 of a multi-part series. Please continue watching to find out more.
Nema načem, that means you are welcome in Serbian, one of the official languages of the Vojvodina. I am Milena. The lovely people of Vojvodina wish you an abundance of love and peace while you spend your precious life on earth. May the celestial music lift your heart and soul. On August 27, 2011, over 3,000 dignitaries, celebrities, and members of the general public gathered at the prestigious Pasadena Civic Center in Pasadena, California, USA, to attend the global premiere of a special musical, The Real Love. This Broadway Hollywood-style production was brought together by the two-time Oscar-winning composer and lyricist Al Kasha. With great admiration for Supreme Master Qinghai and her poems, Mr. Kasha invited world-class artists to take part in the show, using Master's touching poems as lyrics for the musical. Providing a glimpse of Master's real-life story in her youth, The Real Love will leave you deeply moved by the extraordinary sacrifices our beloved Supreme Master Qinghai has made in order to search for the spiritual truth to uplift humankind.
Surrendering to ignorance and misery.
Among the many stars were the award-winning actress Joanna Ample, Tony winners Daisy Egan and Katie Huffman, and Tony nominees Adam Pascal and Robert Torti. The legendary American singer-songwriter Don McLean also graced the stage performing his greatest hits such as American Pie and I Love You So, Vincent, Starry Starry Night, and more. The star-studded show was broadcast live globally and hosted by veg actors Grant Alexander, Elaine Hendricks, Kristen Bauer, Haley Marie Norman, and Ed Begley Jr. Joining remotely online was the guest of honor, Supreme Master Qinghai. Now, with great honor, we invite you to experience the magic of the real love through our series of programs. Let's continue with Part 17. In this episode, we will continue the after-event panel discussion held by actress and comedian Deborah Wilson, actor Billy McNamara, entertainment reporter and TV host Brandy Williams, and ultra-endurance athlete and attorney Rich Roll. The four hosts delve into the extensive global media coverage of the musical, the behind-the-scenes stories, the exclusive interviews with the artists involved, and more.
That was indeed nicely written. And going to the next media group, First printed in 1884, Pasadena Star-News is the main daily newspaper for the Pasadena, California community. Staff writer Michelle Mills interviewed Tony Award winner Daisy Egan for her article, which was published in both Pasadena Star-News and Pasadena Scene magazine.
Could you give me a brief synopsis of The Real Love?
Real Love, it's a true story about this woman who is still alive. So that's actually kind of interesting to be doing a sort of bio show about someone who's still alive. She was from Vietnam. She was working at the Red Cross and she fell madly in love with a German doctor. And they married and they were head over heels for each other. And then she sort of was having trouble feeling connected to God. She went to India to find living masters and to sort of re-find her faith. And that's where the story ends. Of course, her story goes on and on and on.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
So what is the overall goal or message that the play wants to impart to the audience?
I would say that the overall message is about the power of love and how restorative and powerful that love and faith can be. That Tan was so driven by her faith, even though it was a crisis of faith. I think part of what makes faith is that you go through periods where you are not sure and then, hopefully regain it. So I think that's what it's about, is really the power of love to change lives.
Now, you say you played her best friend?
Yeah.
Now, do you get to sing?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Very cool. Now, is there anything else you'd like to say to encourage people to come out and see the Real Love?
I think this is a really, really interesting and exciting project. The message of the show is so universal in just that you can have faith in anything and to just trust that the path that you're on is the path that you are supposed to be on, and to sort of let go and let God, I guess. It's not going to be preachy, it's a love story that has a larger message. And the food afterward is going to be really good.
And there's an art show.
And there's an art show.
And it's got music. I mean, it's got everything.
Yeah, the whole team is tremendous.
And we're lucky to have it coming here to Pasadena.
Ms. Mills titled her article, "A Star-Studded Cast Brings a Message of Love and Faith to the Stage." She writes, at 11, Daisy Egan beamed as she accepted the Tony Award for Best Performance by a featured actress in a musical for her role in The Secret Garden. Now, Egan took a 3-year break from acting, and now at 31, she's back and ready to take the stage in The Real Love, a musical. The one-night show is a lavish, star-studded production with Katie Huffman, Adam Pascal, Robert Torti, Betty Buckley, Shirley Jones, and Faith Rivera, leading a 40-member cast. It features the poetry of Supreme Master Cheng Hai, set to music by Bill Conti, Al Kasha, Doug Katsaros, Don Pippin, and David Shire, performed by a 20-piece orchestra.
Gosh, it all sounds so exciting. Next, the Mother Love Show is a weekday program on the internet's popular LA Talk radio station, hosted by the multi-award-winning host and another friend of yours.
That's right,
Mother Love.
In studio with me is Tony Award winner Daisy Egan. Where's it going to be?
Pasadena Civic Auditorium.
Okay.
It's going to be a whole afternoon of music and festivities and food and awesomeness. It's a fully produced and put together musical, and it's based on Supreme Master Cheng Hai, early part of her life. I looked up, what they do. I knew that they were into vegetarianism and green living and peaceful living.
Cohabitation of all people.
Right, and that certainly appeals to me.
Who put this together? Did Supreme Master TV do this?
They had a vision and they were like, all right, we're just going to do it. And it's great because everybody's really committed and having fun.
So now this seems to be like it's going to be an all-day event because there's going to be an art exhibit.
Right.
Ed Bagley is going to be the MC. Music is by Oscar winners Al Kasha, Bill Conti, Grammy winner David Shire, Emmy winner Don Pippin, Emmy nominee Doug Katsaros. I mean, some major hitters are in there.
The music, I have to say, is gorgeous. To hear the ensemble singing everything in full harmony, full out, gives you goosebumps. It's really beautiful.
So you're excited about being in this?
There's going to be some big, giant MC stars, and then the show, which is going to be awesome. And then a big banquet afterward, a big vegan banquet.
Vegan banquet?
Yeah. And they do a really good job with that food.
See, people don't realize how good vegan food can be.
That's great. And now, Yahoo News is one of the top-ranking global internet news sites, featuring articles from major news sources, and they had this right. I quote, "The musical features the heartfelt poetry of Supreme Master Ching Hai, world-renowned spiritual leader, humanitarian, best-selling author, poet, and artist, set to music by a constellation of eminent composers. The profound lyrics soar as the melodies are accompanied by a seasoned 20-piece orchestra."
Wow. State of the Arts is a weekly series on LA Talk Radio supporting the performing arts, hosted by acclaimed theater director Paul Stroioli and veteran Broadway entertainment producer Michael Sterling.
I will be doing The Real Love,
a new musical. And so this is a one-time event, huh?
It's a one-time event, but it's a fully produced, fully staged, fully costumed, setted, 21-piece orchestra.
Holy cow.
Event. And the cast is gigantic. I think there's like 40 people.
My gosh. And music is by Bill Conti?
Bill Conti and Don Pippin and a bunch of other people. And I have to tell you that to hear the cast singing in 4-part harmony, all these beautiful songs, and they're all poems that the woman who the show is based on wrote, Supreme Master Ching Hai.
A renowned spiritual leader, humanitarian, poet, and artist.
Right, based on her time in Germany and India in the 70s. So it's beautiful. It's going to be a fun day.
It sounds like a lot of work just for one performance.
I know. But
you know, I always seek out those things that are the very, very short runs. It's the only opportunity you get to see them.
Yeah.
Because the energy is such that they're putting everything into it. It's like opening night and closing night on the same evening.
Well, that's something to see and unique in itself, as just described, and one time only. So you got to be there for that, right? Absolutely.
From BroadwayWorld.com, the world's largest and most comprehensive theater site, we saw headlines on the event such as Adam Pascal, Betty Buckley, etc. Set for Real Love concert August 27th. The Real Love debuts at Pasadena Civic, broadcast live, and 6 charities received donations at the world premiere of the Real Love musical.
Broadway World also commented on August 27th, a sold-out tribute world premiere of the musical, The Real Love, took place at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium in California, USA. For the creation of this musical, famous actors, singers, songwriters, and composers worked closely together to honor world-renowned peacemaker, humanitarian, poet, acclaimed artist, best-selling author, and spiritual teacher, Master Ching Hai.
Broadway World then quotes the fabulous composer David Shire as saying, "I think it's probably because of the largeness of the Supreme Master's soul that she has the kind of largeness of artistic temperament."
I agree.
In yet another article, Broadway World notes, in what may be the first time in musical theater history, the opening of The Real Love was also experienced by worldwide television viewers watching the live broadcast of Supreme Master Television.
And now this is also exciting. A segment by KCAL9 TV Channel 9, whose claim to fame is its Emmy award-winning news team serving millions of households in the greater Los Angeles area. Let's watch.
That Oscar-winning composer has given life now to a brand new musical.
These are rehearsal scenes from The Real Love. It features Tony Award-winning performers. Al Kasha helped write The Real Love. He won an Academy Award for his song The Morning After from the Poseidon Adventure. Al is here to tell us more about the musical and where you can experience it. First of all, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you both very much.
Academy Award winner.
Twice.
Twice.
Poseidon Adventure and the Towering Inferno.
What a great song. You know, I worked with Maureen McGovern a few years ago, and she still talks about what a wonderful song that was.
Thank you. Went to #1 around the world.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this show this weekend.
Let's talk about it.
We'll be at the Civic in Pasadena, and we're sold out. We want everyone to come anyway. And Ed Begley is going to be the host. And it was my idea to come up with a musical because it has the traditions of all great musicals. Supreme Master Ching Hai. And her life is that she was Vietnamese. She fell in love with a German, but she felt her calling was to speak to the world about love and peace in the one world. And all great musicals have that story.
Based on a true story, right?
It's based on her true story. So I said, okay, Al, if you want to write a musical, and we have other composers, Bill Conti, who wrote Rocky, and we have David Shire, who wrote Baby for Broadway. So we have a really good show, and we hope everyone comes.
Boy, that's quite a writing staff you've got there. Those are no small hitters there.
No, all of us are Oscar winners. And the other extra thing is Don McLean will be performing, who did Bye Bye Miss American Pie, and his other hits, Vincent, and his many other hits.
Starry Night.
Sorry Night, right?
Beautiful
Exactly.
song. What
So
amazing.
I'm thrilled to be involved in this. Now, if you look at Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, which just is a natural, Sound of Music, The King and I, and South Pacific are all the same musical. Oscar Hammerstein said two separate worlds come together. We have a nun in Sound of Music with this rich baron, a war going on, kids, no wife.
Right.
King and I, a king from Siam, and a woman who's a teacher from England. South Pacific, a French plantation owner, kids, no wife, and the girl from Nellie Forbush, who's from the Navy. So the two separate worlds come together. Our Lady, the Master Supreme, is from Vietnam. She falls madly in love with this German man, and but feels her calling is to talk about peace and love in the world and being a vegan, eating correctly. And she's now on 50 platforms throughout the world. And I said, let me write a musical about it. And other fine composers like Bill Conti and David Shire.
Yeah, looking at the list, and you got Tony Award winners, you got Golden Globe winners, Oscar winners. The list goes on. It sounds like a wonderful thing. Thank you so much.
Everyone come.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
So am I.
In admiration of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message of peace and life of service, two-time Oscar-winning composer Al Kasha, who had set her poems to songs on previous occasions, proposed that the verses be taken further to create an entire musical. Wow.
With Supreme Master Ching Hai's permission, we would like to share with viewers excerpts of cordial letters exchanged between Mr. Kasha and Supreme Master Ching Hai, in case you may wish to know how the real love came into being.
On August 17th of this year, 2011, Mr. Kasha respectfully sent Supreme Master a letter of invitation to attend the musical.
Dear Supreme Master Ching Hai, it is an immense honor for me to wholeheartedly invite you to attend the premiere of the musical, The Real Love, on August 27, 2011. Based on your lovely poetry, I believe I, as well as the other composers, have put together an amazing musical production with top-tier talents from Broadway to share your unique story, which truly bespeaks of the love and sacrifice you have for humanity. It is a story of faith, which is so important to us all. As you are the inspiration for the musical, I hope you will be able to grace us with your presence. It will mean so much to me and all the performers who have dedicated their heart and talents in bringing this musical to life. I bid you safe travels and health in your selfless mission. With friendship and respect, Al Kasha.
In her letter of reply, Supreme Master Ching Hai had written,
Dearest Mr. Al Kasha, I was so touched knowing your support and love through the staff and your uplifting writing. I am in tears because I'll miss the chance to see you there. Please forgive me. Forgive life. I feel so much love from you, from afar, and so much from me to you. May God grant you more than you ever wish. I'm in love with your music. Thanks for the high honor. Embrace you with love, Ching Hai.
After the event, Mr. Kasha wrote another letter to Supreme Master Ching Hai to express his heartfelt thoughts. Following is an excerpt.
Dear Supreme Master Ching Hai, I am writing to tell you how proud I am of The Real Love, the magical musical telling the story of your life that was recently presented at the Pasadena Civic Center. When I first thought of the idea to create a musical of your life, I had no idea that it would come together so beautifully. I truly appreciate the opportunity to help make this grand event happen, and couldn't believe how professional and polished it was, especially with such a short amount of time to make this masterpiece the overwhelming success that it was. Supreme Master, you are a living example of following your calling, and your story offers the courage of commitment to millions of people around the world, enlightening the deepest parts of their souls. It gives people the hope and peace that they can turn to whenever they need in these troubled times. Your legacy is so important and needs to live on. As a Supreme Master, you are a great example and an inspiration for humankind. I believe that God has put us together for such a time as this, as I believe that your pledge to love in action will instill and encourage the populace, allowing your one life to change the lives of millions. With friendship, respect, and admiration, we embrace you with our love. Al Kasha.
This was accompanied by a letter to Supreme Master Ching Hai by his wife, Seal Kasha.
Dear Supreme Master Ching Hai, my name is Seal Kasha.
I've been married for 43 years to my husband Al Kasha, who, through his genius of music and writing, has garnered every award in the entertainment field of movies, theater, television, and music. My husband Al has a mild case of Parkinson's disease, which causes tremors in his right hand. He has tried many methods to correct this tremor, and while some have been helpful, none have given him the relief that he's been looking for. While you were speaking on the screen at the 5th annual anniversary of Supreme Master Television at The Real Love the Musical, his right hand ceased shaking, which was truly a blessing and a miracle to us. Your words of spirit penetrated his heart into a grace of calmness, and it's because of your message he was moved into a heavenly healing through your real love. We pray for you in your ministry and feel that through the power of the Real Love Musical and the hard work of those involved, many will be inspired to continue your work of love in action. I embrace you with my love and thankfulness for your work in awakening the world to new possibilities with friendship, respect, and admiration. Seal Kasha.
In response to Mr. and Mrs. Kasha's sincerity, Supreme Master Ching Hai wrote,
Dear Mr. Kasha, I truly appreciate your pure-hearted inspiration for bringing the Real Love Musical into being. Without you, we would not have such a beautiful creation to enjoy. You made it so special, and I'm sure all the audience members watching in person and on television were moved as well, as on numerous previous occasions. You once again made beautiful melodies for my poems. The songs were so appropriately romantic, exuberant, and tender. Thank you so much for your dedicated, honoring spirit. Thank you for your real love. My love and best wishes in your work as a noble artist, Mr. Kasha. May God bless you and your cherished ones, especially your faithful, devoted, precious, beloved wife, Seal. Please thank her for the love-filled letter she wrote to me. With great honor, love, and blessings, Ching Hai.
That's so inspiring.
Indeed, and felt with such heartfelt love. And I loved Al Kasha's music in the show.
Yeah.
I have to admit.
Every star you had either won the Oscar, the Tony, or the Grammy, or the Emmy. So all of you got the first class, and it was miraculous that you did this show as quickly as you did. Somehow God's grace made it work, you know, and I know I gave you the idea, but you made me a big believer that it can be done in 3 months and come out as beautifully as it did. God did it. And with her poetry, which is so honest, people around the world must see this show, really must see this show. It has the strength of many great shows. When Supreme Master Ching Hai was on, I have a Parkinson's disease, and I was so taken by her beauty and so taken by her words that my wife and our girlfriend Nellie said, Al's hand is not shaking. She touched my heart so deeply, and she got me so relaxed and so in love with her. She is so precious, and her poetry is wonderful. She's a wonderful artist. Look at all the gifts God has given her. Wonderful painter, wonderful poetess, wonderful speaker, wonderful heart.
The setting was fantastic. The message was unbelievable. I have often wanted to be on Broadway, and they brought it right home in such a powerful, great way. I noticed the opening scene of Act 2. My hands were just vibrating at the passion that was being shown. Unbelievable. I want to see it again and again and again.
What did you think about the fact that the musical was based on Supreme Master Ching Hai's true life story?
That is a dream come true for all of us, to be able to connect with our universal peace and bring together the essence of our humanity and love. And that's her story. And hopefully, as the world hears this story, we'll realize how connected we all are. It's perfect. Perfect. I loved how her sense of humor talked about what time it was for her and how wonderful it was for her to have been meditating for as long as she was, and then right into a Hollywood setting. She was gorgeous. She was absolutely stunning and a beautiful soul.
On the red carpet now, TV legend Dick Van Patten.
I just respect her so much for her old thoughts and the wonderful things she does for animals. I mean, she's giving of herself, and that's so nice to see. It's so generous, and I appreciate her very much.
I felt that today was a very magical day and very pure and very beautiful. I had really a marvelous experience on the way, and there was a very special cloud that was extremely expressive in the sky, and I just felt like it was already calling me to the performance. It was magnificent to tie it all together. The message of love and the message of veganism. And also I sense her very, very deep, deep love and the amount of meditation she always does for us. And it tied all together with a starry night, with the songs that were sung, and with the musical. It was all one. There were quite a few songs at the moment that really touched me. But one of the most beautiful poems is Since We Knew Each Other. I was very, very touched with this one. And also, If There Wasn't You in Life, are amazing poems. And what's beautiful about them, you can think of them as written to a lover, but I know she's writing to the supreme lover, and it's just very special. And the ultimate sacrifice that she made is unbelievable to me. Namaste, Supreme Master Ching Hai. You are a jewel and you are a blessing in the universe. Thank you for everything today.
Gracious viewers, we appreciate your company today for The Real Love, a musical that unites hearts, part 17 of a multi-part series. Please join us again on Friday, July 23rd for part 18. Up next is My Vegan Journey, Louisa, Taking Back Control of Your Health, part 2 of 2, right after Noteworthy News. May you follow a compassionate way of living and respect all lives.
Vegan, because we have high morals.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.